Hello YouTube, this is Admar1079 coming at you with a World of Warship video. Today we'll be looking at I believe it is the premium ship Kaga, a Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier, and kind of convenient, I just decided to do the little breakthrough to get the rest of her research done, and a nice little background with the Imperial Japanese, I guess, Navy planes going overhead in a beautiful port, fit for this Imperial carrier in its homeland. Take a nice little diorama thing around her. For as far as I know of this carrier, she was originally supposed to be a new battle cruiser, but due to the Washington Naval Treaty, Japan had to get rid of it since it exceeded the weight limit. So instead of, and the people who made the Washington Naval Treaty knew that some ships like this were already in service, like the aircraft, the would have been battlecruiser Lexington and Kaga here. So they were just, instead of being scrapped altogether, they were converted to aircraft carriers, which was good. They gave them the propulsion they need and some characteristics of semi-battleships almost, with a little bit of the hull and everything. Let's take a look. So you can see all that. You can pause the video here and read it. You can watch her armor and everything. Her stats. Kinda know I'm doing this backwards for this one. Her bomb loadout and everything. I'm not gonna put a flag up. I did put one of these up because I always do that with the carriers to help them. But as always, we will take a look at AI first and get a feel for her. And then I was correct, it was premium. So let's go and take her out for her first her sea trials. And for me, I do have my book out here that allows me to, if it was a real ship, I can look up anything through it. With this little naval history book goes from 39 to 45. And I pretty much went right here. I'll say more once we get in flying a little bit more. The color's definitely a lot better when you're out at sea with her. She is pretty much this. She is the first, I think, researchable premium carrier. She is the first premium researchable aircraft carrier, which now they have Salem in here as well. More to that later. But seems like get all the bonuses in. People like, I've heard of, watched a little bit of this ship. People like playing this one the most if they're not really a carrier fan. Ah, we're going up against another aircraft carrier, Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier. Actually, Kaku, if I pronounce that correctly. But then please leave a comment afterward if you didn't. They already got one of those out. Not going with that one because that'd be a death trap. Let's see how much damage we get. Already up close enough. Ah, we got all four attacking as we launch the zeros. Just because this area is going to be secure, I think I'll head the carrier over here.
Autopilot mode enabled.
But there's a lot of torpedoes. Sending the German carrier. Not one.
Our team has taken the lead.
At least with all this excess aircraft, I'll be able to kind of filter them in and out faster.
Our victory is in sight.
Go up the bridge. And God, it's still there. It's not. Kill the Bismarck. I know this is going to be a lot more difficult. It's just an actual standard battle. Lots of damage, good. Oh yeah. But as I was saying earlier about Kaga's combat history, got right here in my book, that it says that it was one of many ships that attacked Pearl Harbor here. Pretty much a good major offensive for the ship. Yeah, it's that much. Too much, but I got its reward. Oh yes, I forgot about this that's going on right now. Got to turn that off for a second. But now they're off into a major military engagement. But yeah, she was a part of the first air fleet. She was, I guess the commanding officer of that was Vice Admiral Gumo, if I pronounced it correctly. Pretty much her planes and a bunch of others, like Akagi, Haru, Suikaku, and Zuinkaku. If I said them correctly, I bet I butchered them, I apologize. Pretty much went intact the naval bases at Pearl Harbor. Could find the other engagement. That didn't come until
Action stations.
42. Let's see. Ah, here she is. Ah yes, he also went out to the found it. Also went out to the Midway campaign, where she was eventually sunk.
Let's give them a hard time.
Torpedo hits 4 that took her out. Which at that point was the turning point of the war, where then
Enemy force detected.
they were never able to vitalize their forces after that. Well, pretty much the turning point of the war right there. So she kind of she had a long service, like I can remember from the video I saw, which I'll put that in the description down below if I remember. When this video first comes out, it doesn't there, where it did have a life as it did attack China when she was a multi-layered deck aircraft carrier, where she had 3 different flight decks, on top, below, and all of that. So for all the different, I guess, aircrafts at the time, until eventually they just decided to make her a full flat top carrier, as you see her inner final configuration now. But she was one of, let me see, how many carriers? We'll find the Pearl Harbor battle again. Ah, here it is. She was one of 6 aircraft carriers that attacked Pearl Harbor, and they took out a good chunk of them, avenging Pearl. I think after that they only had Halsey and the Enterprise after. He just wanted to go after Again, I apologize for how I pronounce this stuff, but yes, that was, I think, one of the very last aircraft carriers. If I can find the Battle of Midway here. Yeah, pretty much out of all the 6, they sunk 4 that day. And getting Yorktown, the Enterprise's sister. They didn't leave that all that much left, but they did eventually get them all. They just completely butchered it. Pretty much an aircraft carrier that had nothing. Admiral Halsey went after them. Went after it, even though it was a decoy. Either he was the commander, but he still was the admiral of the Enterprise, of the fleet that he was in command of, where he took battleships like Iowa and New Jersey, where they could have attacked Yamato instead of a pretty much threatless ship, pretty much there just to avenge Pearl. Which I will probably say that again whenever I make a Suikaku video.
Our team has taken the lead.
This is a Kaga video. But yeah, pretty much her service life in World War II. There's 2 major offensives that are in history books, like Battle of Pearl Harbor, and that of Midway, where she did sink. If I'm not mistaken, she could have been the aircraft carrier either seen in the movie Midway, where in history a pilot did hit the red, as they called it, meatball on the flight deck. They did hit it. Not that one, it was the one where the admiral at the time, or the captain of the ship, whatever rank he was from the movie, he actually did go down as a ship could have been the one that went down on Kaga. Not 100% sure, but it could have been. Let's get in there a bit closer. But yeah, you can pretty much see how she was planned. She was going to be that of just her torpedo ballister tanks, how she was originally going to be that of a battle cruiser, and have a battleship-esque hull design. So there was a couple designs where not sure which one it was, but a Yamato class aircraft, Yamato class battleship, the third. Her hull was pretty much done, so they just converted the rest of it. Instead of getting another battleship, they tried to bolster their naval aviation, so they converted it to a carrier. And I think that was like the biggest aircraft carrier until the super carriers of the Kitty Hawk. The U.S. pre-nuclear aircraft carrier was that was the last one before they went full nuclear carriers. That is, at this point, being scrapped. As far as my knowledge goes, she's scrapped right now alongside of another sister ship, I think. USS Enterprise was the first nuclear carrier. Nimitz class. But yeah, Japan held the reins for biggest aircraft carrier until USS Kitty Hawk, and battleship still to this day. It still holds the biggest battleship because no country makes a battleship anymore, sadly. Designs right here. Here's Lexington, an aircraft carrier that's supposed to be a battle cruiser converted to a carrier usage. Let's see how many of that actually hit Lexington.
I need intelligence data.
2. I'll take it. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it.
Mode disabled.
This guy's hiding in the smoke. Let's try and draw him out. Just launched all their torpedoes. Pretty much if I got over there, my secondary guns could open fire.
5 minutes.
Not even speed of a battle cruiser. That's the battleships right there. Reduce the target. Goodbye. And we won! Woohoo! But yeah, as far as I know, that's pretty much what her history ends for Kaga is the Battle of Midway. I made a profit on her. That's very good. But now I have two carriers that took place in part of the battle at Pearl Harbor. And just to get another nice little swing. Ah, that's perfect right there. That little frame right there was perfect. But as a carrier, like her, she's very good for a person instead of the multiple squadrons. Pretty much this and the Russian carriers I'm pretty sure a lot of people would probably like to play with since you don't have multiple squadrons. Pretty much you have 2 squadrons of 4, does a lot of damage, as is the Russians where they just shoot everything and that's pretty much it, which that's also good. So you don't have to worry about as much about your things, about your planes getting away because they'll be aftered a little bit. But good carrier, researchable if you like I think if you like their history, she's a good ship. And if you like the Imperial Navy, why not add to their forces? As for me, pretty much, she has now helped me get my Japanese Navy certainly into number 2. She has the most aircraft carriers out of everyone. Pretty much the only one that didn't was now the Germans, which are now 2 places behind. And now I'm pretty much rambling at this point. But that's going to do it all for now, so I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave a comment down below if you have Kaga. Do you like her, or do you like any of the other American ships? Or, when you can, do you like Salem? Is that a good aircraft carrier? Will that be better than this premium researchable aircraft carrier? Only the future will tell. But for now, leave your comments down below and tell me if you like the history of Kaga, and also what is your favorite aircraft carrier in the game thus far to this point in time. And as always, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.